What's going on, people? Yeah, it's me making a video. I'm making this video because I've talked to quite a few people within the past few months for something that I've felt over the years that I believe we all at some time have felt. I want people to know this right here. I want people to know who they are. And me, I can tell you nothing more than the truth, nothing but the truth. Okay? I ask people a simple question. And the question that I ask people are you perfect? Well, the average answer that I get is, no, I'm not perfect. And I say, well, why you not perfect? Oh, I make mistakes. And I guess you're supposed to look at me and I'm supposed to go, good answer. I've even heard people say, oh, because it doesn't last. If it's perfect, it'll last. Stop. You are perfect. I'm perfect. All living beings are perfect. For the people, you got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, then yes, you are not perfect because you don't know who you are. So therefore, you're going to operate imperfectly. When people say those terms, I'm not perfect, you operate imperfectly. You are conditioning your mind. Nobody does this but you. You can listen to what people tell you if you want to. I'm not. I can only tell you the truth. Truth of the matter is, you are a perfect being, okay? You are a spiritual being, and I'm not speaking in spiritual in terms of Genesis through Revelation. I'm not talking in terms of Jesus and Moses and all that other stuff that y'all, hey, I leave that up to the religious folk. It's a difference between religion and spirituality. Learn how to separate the two, okay? There's been a lot of things that have been taught in the face of religion that kind of bump heads with spirituality. We are spiritual beings living a human experience, okay? We never die. The human body may die, but the spirit never dies. It goes on and on. We are from the universe. We are carbon-based people. Carbon-based. People will tell you about the 666. Oh, that's bad, that's dangerous. Well, guess what? If somebody look like me, yeah, it is dangerous, because once we get to know that, and a lot of our people get to know that, we'll learn that we have been lied to our whole life, and then it clicks a light bulb. It clicks and it opens up some type of awakening right up here. And you really think about that. So, you are a perfect being. You are perfect. It's impossible for something to start out imperfect, and create perfect things. Something real simple like the tire. In order for that tire to roll, it has to be a perfect circle. In order for it to roll with no bumps, no dings, you don't feel anything. How can somebody imperfect create such a perfect invention? How does that happen? Oh, I'm not perfect because I make mistakes. How did you know you made a mistake if you're not perfect? Imperfect people won't recognize a mistake that they have made because you are imperfect. Only perfect people, perfect beings, understand that in order for you to recognize a mistake, you have to be perfect. Then you're able to go back and correct that mistake as you would interpret it as a mistake. You see, perfect beings. You do things naturally. Nobody got a book on naturalism. Nobody, you can't find this in the book because it's written already in your essence. It's written in your essence on how perfect you are. You are so perfect and you just don't recognize it. You gotta know how to recognize these type of things. Once you tell yourself, you gotta know that everything starts up here in the mind. Everything. Your body don't react and then you think about it. You think about it first and then you react. I don't care how mad you get. It's always a thought first. And when you when you really think about it and look around, you see a lot of creations. A lot of creations that came from what? The mind. It came from the mind first. You see what I'm saying? You have to open up that third eye right there. Your pineal gland tells you everything. It's up to you to follow it. You always got that little voice in your head. I've heard people even say, I talk to myself. And when you recognize that you're talking to yourself, for some of us, we stop doing it because we think that, hey, what if somebody see me talking to myself? They might think that I'm crazy. How many of us stop believing in the Santa Claus story, the Tooth Fairy story? They think you crazy when you get over 15, 16, 20 years old and you still believe in Santa Claus. But it's okay for everybody to talk about this imaginary God that lives on the outside of you. No, that God lives on the inside of you. It's on the inside. You have to recognize it. That's the God and guide that tells you what to do and you do it. If you did it, your mind told you to do it first, rather it been by accident, mistake, whatever you may want to call it. You reacted off of what your mind told you to do. Okay? When you have to use the bathroom, it's your mind that tells you to get up and use the bathroom, and then your body reacts. Okay? That's perfect. That's perfect. You cut yourself. It mends back on its own. No medicine needed. Only thing that's needed is time. That's perfect. Because you cannot rip a piece of paper and expect that paper to mend itself back together. That would be imperfect for a piece of paper to be able to not be able to mend itself back together. However, if it could, then that would be a perfect piece of paper. I want y'all to open up your mind. I'm going to come with quite a few more videos on this right here, so you can really know who you are. And stop letting folk tell you who you are. Stop letting folk tell you that you're not perfect. I'm willing to go to debate with anybody who wants to debate on this subject, because that's how perfect I am. Now granted, I might not do everything interpreted as being perfect, but if you can recognize that, that's what makes you perfect. I'm already going into 8 minutes on this video. I'm gonna come back later on with a video. I want you guys to really open up your mind. This is not really a video set up for a debate. It's an awakening video. For those of you who say that you're not perfect, we need y'all on our side. For the conscious community, people that know how to use that third eye. If you don't know what I mean by the third eye, look it up. Look it up. We're in an age now where information is literally at our fingertips. So for those that don't like to read a book, which I recommend that you do anyway, get on YouTube. Look up some of these videos. It's flooding all through Facebook. We're going through an awakening right now. We out of the age of belief. We in the age of awakening, knowing, information. Hey, it's up to you on what you want to believe. Okay? But it's always going to be somebody like myself that's going to open up your mind and make you expand your mind process. Till the next video, I'm out.